Thank you for joining us here on Hockey TV. My name is Ben Brown, and the Rangers come in losers of three in a row as they have been able to score just twice in the 3 games on this homestand, and they will look to change that in this game against the best team in the OJHL as the Canadiens come in 5 points clear of the Collingwood Blues for top spot in the overall standings, and they will look to get back in the win column after a 1-1 tie a night ago against the Wellington Dukes over at Scotiabank Pond as we are underway. The goaltending matchup in this game, a pair number 31s. It's Sebastian Monaco for the Rangers and Ethan Koach for the Toronto Junior Canadiens, making his OJHL debut as James Norton is out of the lineup for a second straight game. Backing him up this afternoon is Chaz Nixon, who started last night and played all 70 minutes in that 1-1 tie between the Canadiens and the Dukes in a battle between two of the top teams in the conference. As we are approaching the 1 minute mark, Ian Noble bringing it out of his own zone and playing it across here for Anthony Piccinino. We should mention, by the way, Rangers are without Chris Bertucci and Owen Abotson once again this afternoon. Also scratched is Kai Hagawara after he took a bullet of a shot off the ankle the other day in the loss against Milton. He left the ice in severe agony and managed to come back for the remainder of that game, but he is out of the lineup, and not exactly surprising if you saw the hit, or the shot rather, and then the ensuing discomfort that Hagawara felt afterwards as he was hovered over right in behind the Ranger bench as soon as that happened. Brought in over the line by the Canadiens, Owen Say. He tried to step around Rutherford and that didn't work. Played back to the blue line and maintained by Lorenza. He catches up to it over on the far boards, dropping it back towards the blue line. Here's Malkassian stepping in. Malkassian trying to drop it back, and he does to Heinrich. A shot that got tipped on goal there by Lorenza. Monaco with a nice save. So good stop by Sebastian Monaco just 2 minutes into the game. And now the other way come the Rangers with Stephen Campbell and a save made there. Super Bowl Sunday. So good start to that. If you're in the mood for a quick one, watch this game and then partake in whatever Super Bowl plans you may have. As the Rangers' Elenis falls there trying to keep that play alive, and then it's chipped in down low for Ashton Pacheco. So he will sit for 2 or less. Rangers are hoping for less and hoping to get out to a lead, something they haven't enjoyed much of over the last couple of weeks. They're 0-3-1 in their last 4 games, and it has not been a good stretch here. Rangers won their first game back here at the Herb a couple of weeks ago against Brantford, but they have not found the win column since. So this would be a big victory over the Canadiens, and Rangers actually beat Toronto in the first game of the season over at Scotiabank on September the 11th, as this puck is hammered out and down the ice there by Michael Efdomovsky. And the Canadiens have only suffered 4 regulation losses the whole season. They have been on a ridiculous pace, and Collingwood was keeping stride with them for a while, but the Canadiens have put a little bit of separation between them and the Blues. Here's Cini over on the near side, and he had that shot blocked nicely by Hayden Heinrich. And then Connor Van Wheely, who was acquired by the Canadiens midway through the season, and that has proved to be an astute pickup. He's got 12 goals and 19 points in 22 games as a member of the JRC. And of course, it helps playing on a loaded roster such as this, but Connor Van Wheely has been quite a nice add for the Junior Canadiens, as bringing this ahead is Noah Tyrell, who, much like the rest of his teammates has been quieted lately after a offensive spurt over a 3 or 4 game period right prior to that beginning of this homestand against the Patriots. Rangers have only scored twice, as we said, as this puck is shot into the Rangers zone, and the first power play of the game comes to an end, so the Canadians kill it off and we remain scoreless as we approach the 5-minute mark. As this puck is up on the far side, a shot by Patterson blocked, and the Canadians pick it up. This is thrown ahead at center, looking there for Wild, and this is back down to the blue line. The Rangers get Benson Moore back in the lineup today, and he makes a nice pass for Streetsy in over the line. He's the only goal getter on this homestand, and he nearly had another one a week ago today against Trenton. The only player to score for the Rangers on this homestand. So they are looking to change that against a very good defensive team in the Canadians, I should say. There's a bouncing puck at center that's played away. And down inside the line, a pass for Ben Loretto was a bit difficult for him to handle. Up the boards it comes, and it's backhanded out to center ice there. And brought back in over the line. Trying to barge in was Lorenza against Kean Noble. Puck down low, hit there by Trent Warren on the play, or pardon me, by Stephen Campbell. A puck right in front, and that's blocked and goes wide of the goal. A weak shot by Loretto, easily handled by Monaco. Around behind the net, Canadians free it up again, and they stay on the attack. A long shot well wide of the goal, and it is fed up the glass and directed out to center by one of the APs in the lineup today, Max Kimmelman, who plays in his third OJHL game, and he stands out with that red helmet as we've got some pushing and shoving right in front of us over between the benches. It's Lorenza and Campbell who are involved with one another there, and it appears as though they will both be ushered to the sin bin for 2-minute roughing sentences. And we'll get some 4-on-4 play. Kyan Haldenby against Anthony Piccinino on the face-off. And Piccinino wins it back to the blue line. Cini over on the far side. A bunch of room for Bannister, and a save on that by Kowach. Nicholas Bannister had a day and a half to walk in there. He had all kinds of room on the far wing, and a low shot looking to go 5-hole is denied. Draw this time controlled by the Canadians, and they will start out of their own zone. A pass up the far wing, bringing it in over the line, and a chance there. A save by Monaco on that. Here's a puck out at center, grabbed by Bannister. He's in over the line. He's got Cini with him, backs off and sends it across. Here's Piccinino trying to create some space. Anthony Piccinino over now to the near wing. Nice little spin move to elude Haldenby. Piccinino from an angle doesn't shoot it. Trying to come out of the corner, and he sent it off a leg wide. Nice bit of dipsy-doodling there by Anthony Piccinino. And now here's Ben Van Watershoot coming up with it for Toronto. Van Watershoot just spins back in his own zone and plays it off for Sagrasas behind his own net. Sagrasas through center with a pass. Here's Jordan Carafile dropping it back. Sagrasas gets the return. Try to go behind the net. Carafile able to handle that and sends it back to the blue line. Heinrich over for Van Wheelie, a shot, and that through traffic didn't get through to the net. Here's Benson Moore with it, and he'll toss it around for Noble as the Rangers look to get out of their own zone. Moore up the near flank, sends a diagonal shoot in into Toronto ice. Heinrich gets to it though, and Hayden Heinrich, the veteran, playing it back and bringing it out at center. And over the line, Loretto, he couldn't get around a couple of defenders, and the Rangers picked that up with Rutherford getting it for Patterson. Patterson over on the far wing for Rimmer. Rimmer defers for Patterson. A neat little feed there. Patterson, though, had trouble with it, and it's taken back by Toronto and brought in over the line. A pass there looking for Loretto. Didn't find him. And now here's Pacheco with it in over the line. He couldn't get through, and Owen Say takes it back for the JRC. His pass blocked. He gets it again and deals off. Out at center, that's cut off. Brought ahead, though, by Cooper Bertrand in for Wild. Wild tries to roll that through to the net. Monaco down, and he has got it. With a Rangers will be at St. Mike's on Tuesday night for an installment of the Battle of Bathurst, and we can once again call it that with the Rangers back here at the Herb. As this puck sent down low, hopped over the stick of Wild. It's thrown off the glass down the ice. This is going to roll wide of the net. And that the icing call not being as subjective a standard is one that you'll often see overturned, and it is there to the benefit of the Rangers. And now they have it in the attacking zone as Tyrell in there battling. Piccinino along the boards trying to come up with it. And a good job by Kane Tucker to get his stick in there and free it up, but the Canadians get on it. Played ahead. Vogelsberg, though, unable to get it out. Tucker is knocked to the ice hard. And now here is Vogelsberg with it again, dealing for Loretto, and Ben Loretto with a backhand outlet off the boards for Lorenza. Cross ice pass and a chance here for the Canadians in over the line. Vogelsberg to the net and a save on that by Monaco, as Vogelsberg had all kinds of room to get to the net, and a nice stop by Sebastian Monaco. Here's Lorenza with it again, trying to drive in around Cini, dropping it back, and that eludes Mamedov and out to center. Former Mississauga Charger charging to the net there and had it roll off his stick. Here's Mamedov at the blue line, and now the Rangers are able to get it out to center. Here's Streetsy in over the line. He drills it off, and a chance for Patterson! And a save on that by Kowach as Riley Patterson looking for a marker, and he's denied by the Canadians netminder of Ethan Kowach, and the Canadians win the draw. And out to center it comes. Bringing it in is Mamedov in over the line. Gabriel Mamedov in front of the net. Comes back to the blue line over on the near side. Now shot blocked, and look out here. A chance for Jack Rimmer. He might be in alone. Rimmer! Oh, he had it roll off his stick. I think he saw Sagrasis out of the corner of his eye and fanned on the shot potentially as a result. McFarland able to get it ahead. Here's Van Wheelie losing it, and it's brought back in. Dropped off, and a chance here on goal! And a save on that by Kowach, as the Rangers with a couple of chances over the last minute or so. That one from Streetsy as he looks for the hat trick on the homestand. And Kowach has made a couple of excellent saves here in the early going of this game. Playing his first OJ game. Here's Lorenza leading Haldenby with that, but it was just a little bit out of his reach. Moore races to it on the near side, playing it up the boards. That gets out at center and brought on by Campbell. Stephen Campbell in on the right side, trying to center in front of the goal. Nobody home, and it's dropped back to the blue line and hops over the stick of Bannister to center ice. Cross for Campbell on that. That doesn't work. And Heinrich collects for the Canadians, and he is crunched as he plays it ahead for Lorenza. Brought in over the line now by Haldenby as he tries to squeeze by a Campbell, hit and cannot, and picked up by Kean Noble to start back the other way. Feed ahead at center for Warren, didn't connect. Out at center it comes. That's directed down into the Rangers zone, and Cini is back to pick it up with 7:25 to go here in the period. Here's Kimmelman. Oh, he got smoked at center ice there by Owen Say. He saw him right at the last moment, and Max Kimmelman is sent to the deck by Owen. Canadian zone. Anthony Piccinino will take the draw, and he muscles in on it, but can't win the face-off, and it is picked up by Loretto, who's having some difficulty with it. Able to handle it, though, and gets it back in behind the net. Loretto weaving through center. Ben Loretto in over the line, dropping it off, thrown across for Wild. He collects it off the boards on net, and that went wide of the net. Right ahead at center. Piccinino gets to the red line, dropping it off for Noah Tyrell. Piccinino knocked down as he tried to go to the net. The return from Tyrell didn't work as Piccinino was still trying to get up after that collision. And it is brought out at center ice now by Mamadov. And over the line, dragging to stay on side there for the Canadians on that was Vogelsberg out there, but that doesn't work. Nice try, but Tyrell couldn't hide on the bench quite well enough. At center, Tyrell got his stick in there on Vogelsberg, and now he's able to get it out at center. Here's McFarland dropping it off for Sagrasas. Down into the zone it goes. Moore in there after it. He gets taken out on the play there, and a penalty coming to the Canadians as second power play of the day for the Rangers. And there's a shot by Piccinino, denied by Kowach. Back of the blue line, a shot by Bannister high into the air and goes over top of the goal. Mitchell tried to come out in front with it. He could not. And it is going to be tossed out to center by the Canadians. Back into the Rangers zone, and now ahead at center, Ellenis. Dropping it off on the far side. Patterson down low for Mitchell. Backhanded in around behind the net for Ellenis to go after. He is taken off the puck, and it's tossed out and down the ice by Toronto. Lorenza, by the way, in the box for the second time in the game already. He was involved in that skirmish with Campbell over at the bench. Here's a nice little move. Patterson shot, and a save on that by Kowach. Tossed up after a night game last night, so a quick turnaround today. And in fact, they are playing in a 3-3 right now, as Monaco comes racing out to send that puck out to center. Excuse me, I misspoke. The Canadians did not play Friday. It was the Patriots that were playing on Friday. Here's a steal and a chance brought in the other way by Lorenza right out of the box, and he is denied with a glove save on it by Sebastian Monaco. Here's a puck in front of the goal. Oh, what a chance that was right off the face-off. Owen Say had an excellent chance, and he may have grazed the post with it. What a chance that was for Say. Here's a puck brought in over the line by the Canadians, and it scores. Bertrand centers it in front of the net, and driving the net hard is Matthew Wild, he redirects it home, and for Wild, that is goal number 41 as he succeeds the 40-goal mark, and he gives Toronto a 1-0 lead. .1640, and the Canadians jump out on top. In a game that has started out pretty well for the Rangers again. They started out well on Wednesday. The game was scoreless for most of the first half of the game, and the Menace then scored a couple of goals quickly in the second before adding one in the third to go on to that 3-0 win. So now the Rangers give up the opening goal once again and find themselves behind. Here's a chance for Rutherford trying to drive wide on Loretto, but couldn't. Another puck at the blue line and a shot down on goal. Stop chances. Streetsy and Patterson with a look each, and Bannister with an opportunity at center feet in front of the goal. What a chance there. And a save by Kowach off Jack Rimmer, who went to a knee and hammered it on goal from the low slot, and somehow Kowach keeps it out. Add that to the list. Here's another face-off won by the Rangers. Bannister pokes it ahead, and that's cut off by Carafile and turned back the other way. Brought in over the line now by Mamadov. Carafile. Mamadov scores! Gabriel Mamadov roofs one on Monaco and picks up his 8th of the season, his 2nd as a Canadian, to make it 2-0. And that's exactly what has happened to the Rangers this entire homestand. They start a game well, at least the last couple of games. They didn't start well the first two. Last couple of games they start well and then give up one goal, and then not long after, the puck's in the net again to quickly go down a couple. Here's a puck at the side of the goal, and it goes in behind the net. Rangers try to come out in center. Mitchell couldn't reach it, and it is brought out again by Toronto. Van Wheely dealing it in on the backhand, and a save there by Monaco off Van Watershoot. Puck on the far boards, and now played ahead by Moore looking for Campbell, and Sagrassis is back for it. Playing it around. Van Wheely with a giveaway at center, and it's backhanded down on goal by Jackson Rutherford. McFarland after it with $1:15 to go in the frame. In behind the goal, and he'll leave it there for Eftimovsky, and Michael Eftimovsky thought about starting out, now tries the other side, and the Canadians are way at center. Loretto in over the line as we enter the final minute, over on the far wing, and a shot and a save on that by Monaco. Along the half-board, Say unable to connect with that. Brought in over the line by Piccinino, his shot wide of the goal. Piccinino chases after his own rebound. Canadians come up with it though. Tossed around, and look out there as that nearly hit Loretto right in the head with a little friendly fire. Here's a chance the other way. Fukakusa centering in front of the goal, a chance, rolling on goal, and that stays out. Monaco gets run into on the play as the Canadians with another excellent chance here late in the period, and Monaco somehow able to keep it out. And he appears to be none the worse for wear after the collision in the crease. His face-off dug free for a moment by Say, but he lost it then, and Kean Noble will get it ahead at center. One last rush here in the period for the Rangers, brought on by Patterson. In over the line, looking to play it down on goal, and an easy 16.1 seconds left in the period. And the Canadians control off the face-off, and now they might have a chance. Brought in over the line, Lorenza, and he had it roll off his stick. Tried to center, had that blocked by Moore. Puck in around behind the net. Centered in front, through the crease it goes. 1 second to go in the period. Rimmer to the red line, fans on the shoot.